Happy Monday, peaceful pinners. So I am getting into a bin that Tammy gave me a while ago with some pre-cut, like leftover scraps from things. So I thought that'd be fun. Hi, Phil. Hi, Tony. Hi, Carol. Hi, Crafty2223. I don't have you on my list of... If you've ever given me your real name, please feel free to give it to me again so that I can call you by your real name. Hi, Carmen. Yeah, I'm a little earlier today. Hi, Nancy V. Happy Monday. Hi, Debbie. Debbie said good afternoon from Illinois, blizzard country. I hope you're keeping warm. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, Christy. Hey, Robin. Oh, Robin got the notification. That's good. Hi, 65 Corgi. Oh, Terry. Yes. Okay. Yep. That was a while ago. I haven't seen you in a bit. I'm writing you down now because now I have a list going. But now I remember. Thank you for reminding me. Hi, Madeline. Hi, Heather. Tony said I received a notification too. That's awesome. That's great. I'm glad that that seems to be working for some of you guys today. Hi, Michelle. Heather said, so I got worried today. I didn't get any emails from you today. Is that normal? Heather, I think the only email you would have gotten today would be Inspire. Do you get the Inspire series every day? So that one should have went out today, but that was the only one. Hi, Sylvia. Carrie said, been a little under the weather. I hope you're feeling better. Oh, Carol, thank you. Live chat, live chat. Let me switch. Georgianne, there's Georgianne up there. Sorry, Georgianne. And Nancy V also said, don't forget the live chat. Thanks, you guys. What would I do without you? Hey, Rebecca. Hi, Tammy. Tammy did not get the notification, but came in at a good time. Yep, right here at the beginning. Okay, Heather, I don't know. I'm going to have to look at that. I'm pretty sure Inspire went out today. I didn't look at my email yet today, so I didn't see it. But I'll check. Georgianne said, thank you, Nancy. Sylvia said, was on my phone, so I got the notification. Did you guys all have a good weekend? Mad said, hi, this is from Indiana, but your message disappeared and your name wasn't in it. So Tammy said, I just got the notification. Hi, Mad. I think you were trying to tell me your name before, but it disappeared. Oh, Phil didn't get it either. Okay, then there's something going on. Debbie didn't get it either. You guys, thanks for letting me know. So something's up with Inspire. I wonder what is up with Inspire. There's always a technical issue somewhere, it seems like, you guys. I'm going to do a basic star. Christy said, I also did not get Inspire. Okay, but did get yesterday's. Thanks, you guys. Hi, Cynthia. Heather said, I just hope I didn't hit some unsubscribe button by accident. It sounds like it's not you, Heather. It sounds like it's definitely on our side since none of you guys got it. Oh, okay. Matt is Tina. Thank you. Let me write that down. Eventually I get to where I'm remembering, but okay. Jeanette said I didn't get the Inspire either. So Tammy gave me this little box. I love it when she gives me these boxes of goodies with things that she thinks are going to match. And by the way, guys, we did start working on the listing for this, for these little canisters, the little tins. So those should be up in the next couple of days. Those are cute. So we got these little flower sequins. I think that'll be fun. We have some sparkly ribbon. And then, oh, ooh, gold pins. I wonder where these came from. I didn't know we had any of these left. They've been cleaning out, you guys, so who knows what we're going to find down there in the shop. Debbie said, I got my first digital pattern yesterday. Debbie, did you take a look through it? What did you think? So that was the first one that, I know that was your first one for the club, from joining the club. Had you ever gotten any of our other patterns before? What I'm hoping is that you were like wowed by our ebook. That's what I'm hoping. Tammy said, I got confirmation that my order shipped, but no Inspire. Okay. So, yeah, something's going on. Tammy also said those look like the good gold pins too. I know. That's why I was surprised when I opened it up. I was like, what is this? Those look like the old style ones that you could get from Joann's and Michael's like way, way back in the day. So look, I got bands for all three colors too, which is awesome. I think I'm going to do, there's definitely plenty here for all the colors to do a 3-layer basic star. So, I mean, I think I could make more than one ornament with all these. I think I want this one on the outside. I think I want it in that order, or in that layer order, but this way. So this in the middle, this in the center, this between, and this on the outside. I'm thinking that might look good. I hope I was in screen just now when I was showing those colors. Louise said, hi, working on Jasmine. That's awesome. Debbie said, I briefly looked at it, but I loved the design even before I signed up. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm hoping that you're wowed by like the ebook and like how easy it is to follow along with. I'm hoping that you'll enjoy that. Hey, Patty. Hi, Nancy T. Debbie said that's going to be a blingy ornament. Yeah, I mean, those little sequins are very cute. I might have to add some gold beads because I'm only gonna, these are like the precious. So I'm only gonna use probably one of these on the top, maybe in the center with the sequin. But I'm saving those guys. They're gonna be hanging around for a while. Christy said I would do the white in the middle if it was me. Okay, good. We're on the same wavelength then, Christy. Hey, Kat. And Jeanette agrees. Hi, Dana. Happy Monday to you too. Did you guys have a good weekend? I also have a couple of, a little bit of scraps, 2-inch scraps that are St. Patty's Day. And so I thought maybe tomorrow I would make an angel, just not anything that we have a kit for, but just with some scraps for St. Patty's Day. So I think that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. Oh, okay, Krista, you meant the gold. Oh, you meant the white in the middle layer. Okay, I got what you're saying. We'll see, since I already started here, we'll see what this looks like and then perhaps switch them for side 2. We'll experiment a bit. Dana said, we got below freezing last night. Hopefully the last time that will happen. we are getting some storms right now. It had a little mini storm just kind of came through, and we had a pretty hard rain. We actually had a couple of storms throughout the day, and it's supposed to get cold tonight, but I think it's only getting in the 40s. Okay. Jeanette said that's what I meant. Also, Christy, I got you now, Christy. So you meant the gold in the very middle, and then this color, and then the red. We may give that a shot on side 2 then. Debbie said, Stacy, did you get some much needed rest after moving all the foam? Yes, and thank you for asking. So Friday night, I did not get any rest. I went right to bed after the live stream because I was so tired, as you guys could tell. And Ivy was sick all night, so she kept waking up and needing to go outside. It was a rough night. Saturday, I worked in the garden all day, and so by Saturday night, I was pretty tired, but luckily, we had a much better night Saturday night, and I got lots and lots of sleep. We slept in a little yesterday, and yesterday, I didn't do too much. I kind of hung around. I did a little outside, but not much, and then one of my daughter's friends' fathers had like randomly I didn't know him, but he texted me like last week asking if he wanted to meet me and ask me like questions about starting a business. So he ended up coming over, and Abby and her boyfriend came over, and it was nice. Just had a nice conversation about starting a business, and it was very peaceful, and that's what I did yesterday. And I went to bed pretty early last night too. So yeah, I'm feeling all rested up, ready to move more foam. But luckily we don't have to move anymore because it's all moved. Cynthia said, I found some of that Essex fabric that you used at Hulu. It's in the UK. I got the big and the small all over floral fabrics. Wow, Cynthia, lucky you. What a good find. Because that's from like, oh my gosh, that has got to be 7 or 8 years old at least. Terry said, I've been trying to catch up on my ornaments from where I was so sick for almost a year. I did 8 last week. One was actually from 2022. That's awesome, Terry. Are your fingers feeling it? Heather said, do you have any directions for 4-inch balls? What I would say for 4-inch balls, there's a couple things you can do. I don't have a specific tutorial for that, Heather, but what I would do is I would increase the length of your rectangles. So these are 2 by 3 inches. I would go possibly up to 3.5 to 4 inches long, because you're just going to need a little more length so that you can reach further when you're making these triangle folds. The other thing though that I would recommend that you do is add more layers. Like you'll probably want to add at least 1 or 2 extra layers. You could do where you have the same amount of layers, but it's going to be a lot of space in between of those layers. And I think it might look a little nicer if you just add a few more. Hi, Shirley. Tammy said it was 74 here yesterday. It's 19 now. That's crazy. That's crazy. I feel like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm happy with where that piece is, but we're going to go with it. Sylvia said, I got the gold pins at Wawac, not sure of the spelling. I think you did spell it right, Sylvia. I'm not sure of the pronunciation. It's such a weird name. Did you already receive them? And how are they? Like, are they nice? Because I actually haven't bought gold pins from them before. We get all the regular pins from them, but I haven't gotten any of those specialty pins. Patty said it's a beautiful 56-degree day here in Southeast Texas. Tammy said, I'm in love with that gold. Isn't that pretty? It's a beautiful fabric. We've actually struggled to use it in kits. I bought a ton of it back when it came out. It's by Moda. But we've struggled to use it in kits because it's like an old gold, and a lot of other fabrics that have gold in it are not this same gold. Gold is one of those weird colors that's kind of difficult sometimes. It's like green. There's just so many shades and it can go in such different directions. So sometimes it's kind of hard to work with them. But it is beautiful. It does match really well with this Timeless Treasures fabric that I've got here. Dana said, I've got baby plants waiting to go outside. Ain't got time for freezing temps. I know. I feel that. All mine are out now, and so I'm hoping it doesn't dip down too much. They said in the 40s tonight, so it shouldn't be any lower than that. I think my plants will be okay. But they are trying to grow right now. We don't need anything stopping them. I was out there on Saturday, and I tied some of them. They're getting taller, you know, and I tied some of them at the top to their trellises and things to keep them going up. And today I went out there, it's only been 2 days, and some of them were 6 inches taller than they were on Saturday. Isn't that crazy? Hi, Sally. Terry said we went from 71 yesterday to a high of 32 today. My sister texted us earlier from the one that lives up in Maryland, and she said they're under a tornado warning up there. Christy said we're going the opposite from everyone else. 40s today and high 70s by Wednesday. Winter has missed the Plains states. Hopefully that doesn't mean that you're in for like a crazy summer, you know, like crazy storms and things. Georgianne said, I've done 2 more of my older kits, December 2018, the Bethlehem Star, and March 2020, Canterbury Egg, plus 4 flutter eggs. You've been busy, Georgianne. Did you do those angels yet? Terry said we're going back to the 70s by Thursday. So a quick dip. Hey, Roseanne. You're welcome, Heather. Shirley said it was 71 on Saturday and today it's snowing. Roseanne said I got my package today and it was totally soaked. Oh no. But thankfully everything was in plastic bags. I'm glad that we put everything in plastic bags, but what a bummer. Debbie said you pronounced Wawak correctly. That's good. I don't often pronounce things correctly, so it's good if I can do it right every once in a while. Jeanette said, where do you live, Tammy? It sounds like here in Missouri. Sylvia said, receive them and they look just like the ones that you have. Okay, that is good to know. Tammy said, Jeanette in Central Ohio. Hi, Beth. Beth said, hi, everyone. I hope you're all staying warm. Sherry said, hello from snowy Tennessee. It's supposed to get down to 23 tonight and a high of 35 for tomorrow. Wow. Sylvia said they have an outlet in Canada as well for the Canadians watching. I didn't know that. That's good to know because we often get people from Canada asking where to find those kinds of supplies because shipping from the U.S. is so expensive. Tammy said our central office is in Baltimore. They sent everyone home at noon to hunker down and work from home for the remainder of the day. Ah, wow. That is not a common occurrence up there, so that's crazy. Kat said New Jersey is under a tornado watch right now. Rebecca said hubby's flight got canceled due to the weather. Debbie wanted to know, Sylvia, what size of gold pins did you get from Wawak? Kat got her little white box today. That's awesome. Terry asked Shirley, are you in Kentucky? Oh, this red is gonna make this pop. I think this is gonna look nice. And then I'm gonna put those red, I'm gonna put one of these little red sequins right in the middle. I think that's gonna be cute. Nancy said it's 54 today. It rained really hard this morning. It's sunny now, but it's going to rain again later tonight. That's kind of how it was here. It rained this morning really hard. The sun came out for a really short time, and then it just started raining again. But it just rained hard again a little while ago. And now looks like it stopped. I need to find a window of opportunity to get my trash out. Let me turn my sound off on my phone. Sorry about that, guys. Robin said rainy all day in Massachusetts. Denise said, hi all. My little white box came in today. Can't wait to make it. Oh, no point on that guy. Shirley said, I'm in Sugar Creek, Ohio. Tammy said, what's the stock number at Wawak? I've never found gold pins on their site. Yeah, I actually don't know if I knew that either, other than I think someone here mentioned it, and it might have been Sylvia that mentioned it before, but we haven't bought them from there yet, so that's good to know. Michelle said, I only see gold-colored safety pins on Wawak, Canada. Tammy said our trash bin blew away on Friday. Oh. Beth said we had hail here in South Louisiana this morning. Becky said, hey y'all from soggy Virginia Beach. Denise said, Robin, I'm from Massachusetts too, Western. Sylvia said they're small like the ones that you show, a 1/2 inch. Uh-oh, my triangle came apart here. That's what happens when you don't do enough overlap. As long as I can get that together enough to the point I'm going to be pinning this next piece. That should do it. Terry said, we just started getting snow that looks like a blizzard. Sure hope it doesn't last long. Robin said, me too, Denise. You guys are neighbors. Sherry said, this is what we call red bud winter. What does that mean? That is a term I have never heard before. Roseanne said, remember to hit the likes and the hearts for our Stacy girl. Oh, Roseanne, thank you. I appreciate the likes and the hearts, you guys. I love it. Thank you. I see all the hearts going by. Terry said, any Kentucky girls out there besides me? Love it, love it, love it. Thanks, guys. Nancy said, hey, Robin and Denise, I am from Massachusetts too, Eastern, just north of Boston. Debbie said, I have a Wawa catalog I just got and I do not see the gold pins in size 1/2 inch. I'm going to have to Google this, you guys. We're already done the whole first half. Can you believe that? That went really quick. Louise said, I am also just north of Boston. I am Googling this, you guys, because now I'm really curious. Here's the safety pins. I don't see gold. There's the steel and the dressmaker. Maybe if I put in like sequin pins. Nope. Sylvia, I think you're gonna have to give us a link. We want the gold pins. So Sherry said it's a cold spell when the redbud trees are blooming. And then we have another cold spell when the dogwood trees are blooming. Dogwood winter, that's cool. And then blackberry winter is a cool spell around the 1st of May when the blackberries are blooming. That is really cool. Robin said, I'm in Westfield just outside of Springfield. Yes, Debbie said, we need a stock number for the Wawa gold pins. Yeah, we gotta find those. Michelle said, I've seen gold pins on Etsy at a reasonable price. However, the $28 shipping to Canada makes it not affordable. Yeah, the shipping from United States to pretty much everywhere right now is crazy. Tammy said, I found the gold ball head pins on Amazon, but they are 1.3 inch and $7.99 for 100. And they're the nice, they're the nice gold pins, Tammy. So I'm gonna switch this, guys, based on based on your feedback, we're going to switch it to the gold in the middle. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what you meant, Tammy, right? Gold in the middle, white as the center. Middle and middle, it's a little confusing. Gold as the center star. Let's say it that way. White here as the center layer, the second layer, and then red. Was that what you were thinking? Sally said, I made 3 egg ornaments for my great-grandchildren with the polka dot fabric that I received. They turned out so cute. Posted on the Facebook group. I will go look, Sally. That's awesome. Kat said, 2 years ago I got gold 17s from Wawak, but really couldn't tell the difference from the silver ones. Oh, really? That's weird. And did they stay gold? Because that sounds like maybe it was like a coating, I guess, that was very thin. Tammy said, sorry, 709 for 100. I mean, they used to be a lot cheaper than that in the store, but still, I would pay $7 for 100 of those gold pins if they were the ones like these. The pretty shiny metallic gold with actual sharp pins. Denise said, Robin, I'm in Chicopee. Nancy said, Louise, what town? City. Louise said, Melrose. Tammy said, they look like the nice ones. Okay, I like the white in the middle. It was you that suggested doing the gold in the middle, right? That's okay, Diane. We forgive you. Glad that you're here. Nancy T is in Lynn. Christina, happy Monday, everyone. Happy Monday to you, too. Georgianne said, I haven't been brave enough to try the angels yet, but I do have quite a collection of little baggies. Do you want me to send them back to you? Just kidding. Georgianne, you know what? We've had a few people send them back to us, but we can't use them. We can't reuse them and send them back out again once we've sent them out, unfortunately. So appreciate the offer, but it's best if you find a way to repurpose them. I know they can add up. It's a good way to store your scraps and stuff. Like if you want to make little go bags for yourself making ornaments, the little bags are a good way to like bring all your little doodads and things and fabric scraps. Tammy said, nope, not me. I had the same thought as you on the order of fabrics. Okay, it was someone else. Someone else said it. Robin said, you're right. Next door, we should meet up. You guys are neighbors. Hi, Kate. Kate said, hello from snowy southeast Ohio, 51 this morning and 30 now. It's plummeting. Kat said, I haven't checked. I used them on the 200 wedding favors. No one can even tell if they're gold or silver pins. The pattern was busy anyway. That's good. Christina said, cold and snowing here again. 74 yesterday, 20s today. You gotta love the 50-degree difference in a couple hours. It's like, what is this, the apocalypse? Hi, Peggy. Tammy said the link is too long. Search for 100 pieces sewing pins, straight pins, golden pearlized ball head pins. Okay, this was on Amazon. This was not a Wawak link, right, Tammy? This was an Amazon link. Louise said the LWB came in handy yesterday when I had St. Patrick's Day cupcakes. Oh, that's an idea. Shirley said you never know what the weather's going to be like in Ohio. Heather said Hobby Lobby has the 3/4 inch gold sequin pins for $2.99 for 45 grams. Not sure how many that is. And Tammy said no, Amazon. I have them in my cart. Carol said, silly question. When you make your to-go bags, what do you put the pins in so they don't spill out all over the place? You know, it's funny because I used to put them in a bowl and they did spill out all over the place. But that's what I kept doing because I didn't want to empty them into anything. I just always wanted to be able to sit and have my bowl in my lap. Sometimes I would put my fabrics on top of the bowl and that would help, but they would still spill out like in my little sewing basket or whatever I was using. So I don't have a good answer for you, but perhaps some of the rest of our peaceful pinners here will have a good answer for that. How do you guys store and carry your pins in your to-go bags? Christina said, that's Ohio and Indiana for wait a minute and the weather will change. It's just crazy that the temperatures can change that much in less than a day, right? We've had some wacky weather for the past 5-6 months. I think this is going to be pretty too. Georgianne said little baggies. Georgianne has plenty of those. Terry said put them in a medicine bottle. Oh, that's a good idea. Tammy said Ziploc screw-on lid containers with a magnetic pin holder. I dump some onto the magnet and then screw the lid back on. That's a good idea. Having the magnet with you is a great idea in your go bag. That way when you do spill them, if you're sitting in your car or something, you can just use the magnet to pick them back up. So I think this side is going to end up looking a little bit overall brighter because we're using this color kind of as the main color. To me, whether it's a 2-layer or whether it's a 3-layer or a 4-layer basic star, it seems like layer 2 is always kind of the main, more dominant looking color on these ornaments. So something to keep in mind when you're making these. Patty said Walmart has 1/2-inch brass sequin pins online, a package of 300 for $9.75. Yeah, Patty said seems a bit pricey. I agree, Patty. That seems crazy, actually. For 300 pins? Tammy said I have 2 stud buddies and 2 telescoping lighted magnets stuck to my desk for when I have spills or drop. What's a stud buddy? Carol said I sit on my couch and I lean over my coffee table and I still manage to drop a pin on my floor every once in a while. I would never attempt to take them along somewhere I don't trust myself. Tammy said it's a magnetic stud finder for when you're hanging shelves. It's about 6 inches long with a very strong magnet. Okay. You guys, all the angels from Friday are still sitting here. I've got them like right in front of me. All the ones that are stuck with magnets to that little riser shelf, and they are all just staring at me with, well, I mean, they don't even have like heads yet. They have heads, but there's no string, so there's no nothing, but they're still staring at me. Shirley said, I have a telescoping magnet pole. I think that's what Tammy has down in the shop. She's got a pole, like a magnet thing that she uses for picking up pins, because you know what, guys, you can find a few pins on the floor down there. As I'm sure you can imagine. Beth said an audience. Yeah, that's what it feels like. They're very pretty. These are all the ones that we've already come out with, but they were prototypes that Olivia made and she never finished the head. So I need to do that. So that might be a project for at least a few of them this Friday. Tony said, this is totally off the subject, but a while back everyone was talking about storage for your ornaments. Well, I usually go to Sam's to get fruit, and I've been using the grape containers. Whoa, I think I know what you're talking about. Those plastic, like, is it almost like, what did I do with the box Tammy had for me? Isn't it almost like a cube shape like this? But of course a thin plastic. Is that the kind of container that you're talking about? Because I feel like I've seen that before now that you bring it up. And if so, that's such a good idea. Heather said Michael's 800 pins for $7.99, but if you want to buy in bulk, they have 9,800 for $55. Basically, if you buy 12 packs, they go down to $4.63 per pack. The brand is Loops and Threads. You know what? That is the same brand that their metallic pearl head pins used to be. It was Loops and Threads, I'm pretty sure, at Michael's. These guys. Tammy said, I also keep a claw by my desk for when my foam runs away. Oh, that's a good idea. We need that down in the shop too for all the foam that has traveled up underneath the shelves. Heather said, oh, I like this colorway. Yeah, this is pretty too. Kat said, I have a magnet wand for getting those dropped pins. Tony said, this confirms that I talk too much anyway. I had to back up and delete some of the message. The point I was trying to get to is I use their clear containers that their fruit comes in to store them. I think that's a great idea, Tony. I love that. Anytime you can reuse something, I mean, that's great. Hey, Diane. Debbie said, love my magnetic wand. Oh, hey, Olivia. Olivia said, hi, Stacy, just got home, and those fabric bundles are up for grabs. Thank you for the reminder, Olivia. Olivia is our shop manager. And so you guys remember last week I was telling you about the fabric bundles that we put together with like kind of like scrap pieces and things like that. And I was promising to show you on Friday, and then that got away from me. Tammy said, hi, Olivia. That had gotten away from me. Well, guess what? So we had like 15 of them, and they were all gone by today. So Olivia made some more, but I want to show you an example of what we're talking about. There's just a few more right now. But I did promise this the other day, so let me move these out of the way for just a second. So here's kind of what we're talking about. It's about a yard in total of fabric if you were to lay it all out side by side. Olivia said, hi, Tammy. But they're all different. And so they're not like perfectly coordinated pieces of fabric, but they're kind of coordinated, as you can see. And some of them have different like themes and things like this. Some pieces are a little bit wider. Some pieces are a little bit smaller. And some are Christmassy, some are springy. I feel like I even saw something that looked Halloweenish go by me today when Olivia was showing me the ones that she was starting to make. So this is what we're talking about. I believe that she put about 5 or so more in today because since I promised to show you, they were all gone by, obviously by now. And I didn't want you guys to be disappointed if I finally showed them to you and then you go to the shop and there are none. So this is kind of what they look like. And it's a grab bag kind of thing. So you don't know what you're going to get. It's like a scrappy grab bag. We're going to try to do this with ribbon too soon, guys. This was actually an idea that one of you guys gave us on one of these chats a while back when we were talking about ribbon and ribbon being harder to find. We have a lot of remnants of ribbon down in the shop, just like fabric. It's not enough to sell by, yardage of or whatever. So we're thinking of doing like little remnant grab bags for ribbon. Shirley said, I looked today and they were gone. So there are just a couple more in there right now, I believe, unless they're already gone just in this last couple of minutes, because Olivia just put them in, I believe, not too long ago. Debbie said, I used the strawberry fruit container for all of my 1/4-inch ribbon rolls and stick the beginning of the ribbon through the front bottom holes. What a good idea, Debbie. Hey, Kennedy. Kennedy said, hey, it's an OG party. These fabric packs are so smart and adorable. Thanks, Kennedy. All the OG team is here. Shirley said, I placed an order today. Is there any way that I can have them added to my order? Shirley, I am not sure. I mean, yes, they could. If you place an order, they can combine it, but let me see. I don't even know if we have them. Tammy said they are listed again. So, okay, she just looked. Mine was shipped earlier today. Oh, Tammy got one. Georgianne said, yes, on the ribbon grab bags, please. Hey, Robbie. Diane said, I love that idea. Sarah, are you on here? You're on here right now, Sarah? This is so funny that the whole team is on. Okay. Do you see Shirley's comment here? Shirley Schrock. Would you be able to add one of those fabric bundles? Shirley, are you for sure that you want one? Is it okay to just charge your card for the cost of the fabric bundle and then add it into your existing order? If you are okay with that and you give permission, we can do that. Okay. Shirley said yes. Do you mind adding one of those on for her, Sarah, in the shipping app? And Olivia, if you're still here, I know what you're going to be doing later on in the week. You're going to be making more of these. Thank you so much, Sarah. Olivia, that's what you get for making them so cute. Let me back up a little because I missed a couple. Tammy said, hi, Kennedy, stay warm. And Sarah said, great minds. I know you guys are all here. Kat said, I know you already said it, but I forgot, so just asking again. When does April's Birthstone Angel come out in the shop? Let me check the calendar. It's going to be right in the beginning of April. Probably, if I was to guess before I look at our calendar, it's probably right around the first Friday of the month of April, but I can check for you in just a moment. Becky said, I don't see any grab bags. They might be gone. They might be gone. There wasn't that many, but I can check on that for you, Becky. I never even put a link in the chat or anything yet, which I was going to do. Let me see here. Okay, there are still some listed. I'm putting this link in the chat, you guys. Debbie said this is a real party with the staff all here. I know, right? Sarah is going to be doing a live soon, you guys. Hopefully really, really soon. Right, Sarah? She's going to start doing some of those Kimmy Comies along with other things. Like, Sarah, also one of the ones that I feel like you could do right off the bat is that cookie cutter Easter egg. Tony said, love those. Thanks, Tony. Olivia said, can't wait. They're so much fun to make. Patty said, hi, Sarah. Tammy said, I was just able to put it in my cart. I did take it back out because I know I have one coming. Tammy said, April 3rd is the first Friday and also Good Friday. I will check on that here in just a second. Let me cut these edges off and I will check that calendar. You guys, that came out pretty with the white in the middle. Both sides are pretty. Robbie said that ornament is pretty. Thanks, Robbie. Tammy said first listing under fabric if any are left. Oh, Kennedy said looks like April 3rd, but that's the Friday before Easter, so I think they will ship when we get back on Monday. That is correct, and thank you for looking that up for me, Kennedy. Okay, so the Birthstone Angel for April will be available to purchase on April 3rd, but yeah, we're off that Friday and through the weekend for Easter. The whole team is off, so it would ship when we got back the following Monday. Thanks again for that, Kennedy. Sarah said, yep, I'm really looking forward to it. Me too, Sarah. We have to set the date. Tony said, yes, Debbie, I have a ribbon one too. And Becky said, do you get to choose the bundle? No, Becky, we're kind of putting them together randomly because it is just remnants and stuff that's left over from all of our fabric in the shop. And in order to make it easier, like I not have to take a picture of every single bundle and stuff like that, it's kind of being sold on a grab bag kind of basis. So you get what you get. They're only, I think it said $5. I think they're $5. So it's kind of a good deal too, because it is at least 1 yard of fabric in total, and sometimes just a little over that. Robbie said, I'm looking forward to that. I bought the foam, haven't made one yet. Yeah, Sarah is good at those ornaments. They're not my forte. I like them. I like making them, but I'm not like the best at making those. So that's why we're going to get Sarah on here to show those. Tammy said, I thought I would like the white center star better, but I do think that the gold center star looks better. They're different, right? Like this side is much brighter. This side is more, I don't know, like that old gold style is just a lot, that old gold is more dominant. So it's just like a whole darker kind of effect. Patty said, hi, Kennedy. Tammy said, Becky, they've done this before. They are beautiful. You will not be disappointed. Thanks, Tammy. Yeah, we did do it a while back. And then they were kind of not there for a while. Olivia has been kind of bringing back some things that we liked doing and didn't, I guess, have as much time to do for a while. She's been making all kinds of awesome products for the shop. It's been fun. Tammy said both sides are beautiful. Thanks, Tammy. Debbie said, Tony, it really works great. Sally said, yay on the Kimmy Comey. Sarah, if you're still here, it's going to be fun. Okay, so let's look at ribbon. So Tammy gave me this ribbon from the shop, but I do need to find a couple of other ones to go with this. Pull over my ribbon rack. And I do have a darker gold that I think is gonna go well. That's perfect. So we'll use the gold, that, and then maybe a scarlet. Let's see. Yeah, I think that works. We're gonna do a gift bow, guys. So 7, I'll cut this in a second because you know what's going to happen when I untape this? It's going to unroll all over the place. I'm going to try to hold it. Tammy said, I'm looking forward to the Kimmy Comey. $6.50. Tammy said, do you still have the dark gold? Are you talking about the fabric? If so, I believe we do. I believe that we have it. Okay, there's those. Tony said, I love both sides. Thanks, Tony. I do too. Honestly, they're both really pretty for like just a different look. Hey, Brian. Brian said, hello, everyone. Beautiful ornament, Stacy. Thank you. I will let Tammy down in the shop know that you guys liked it because she gave me these scraps. She is so good at putting together colors. I'm going to try to hold this so it doesn't unravel like crazy on me. $7. $6.50 and $6. I don't know how I managed that, you guys, but I kept it on the roll. Once these things come unraveled, it's it. That's it. It's done for. There's no getting it back on. Kat said, hard to decide which I like more, the gold center or the white center. Both are gorgeous. I agree. I'm actually having a hard time deciding too. Well, let's get the bow on and we'll maybe have a better idea of how things are looking. Both sides will be pretty no matter what, I think. Okay, can't do all three for some reason. Bobby said that's going to be so pretty. Sarah said, yay, you guys. I was just thinking about fabrics for this today. Sarah, when are we doing this? So I was talking with the team, I think it was the beginning of last week, and we were saying maybe Wednesdays we would have Sarah or Kennedy or Taylor or Lydia do a live for me. So we're thinking maybe Wednesdays going forward, right in the middle of the week. I did not center that sparkle ribbon very good, did I? I think what I'll do is cut a little off of there. Oh, the ribbon, Tammy said. Okay. Yep, we do have this like old gold ribbon, and it did turn out to be a good match. Kate said, just ordered the remnant bundle. Awesome, Kate. You might get one of the ones I just showed. I got to bring those down to the shop tomorrow and give to Olivia so she can ship them out. Debbie said, very pretty ornament. Thanks, Debbie. Tammy said the gold center looks bigger. I know it's an optical illusion. It's so funny how different fabrics and colors can look so different, right? I mean, and they're the same. They're just in a different order. It's fun to experiment and try different things. Debbie said, yes, I love that gold fabric as well. Nancy T said, it's pretty no matter what side you're looking at. Patty asked you, Sarah, if you know which foam ball that you'll use. So speaking of that, the foam ball and kimikomi, we have a fabric bundle coming out this Friday, and Olivia did a kimikomi on the uneven lines ball. And that's a really pretty one for those type of ornaments, for the tucked fabric ornaments. So if you've never tried that, and we don't have that in a tutorial or anything, but I mean, it's the same technique as like the 6-panel one, and it's really pretty with that uneven line ball. So it's basically 8 segments on those balls, but it's not even segments the way our regular, like the ball that I used here, but it's just not even like that. And Patty said, I'm thinking there are 2 kinds. There's actually a few, Patty. We have a few balls that can be used for the kimikomi. Beth said, or Sherry said, I ordered a fabric bundle too. Beth said, I just ordered one too. I hope I get one that you showed. They were also pretty. Thanks, guys. I think you probably will get one of these because these are the newer ones that are going to be going out, or these will be the ones that are going out tomorrow. I have to bring them back down to her. Tammy said, Sarah, do you think that you'll ever do a video for the star marked kimikomi? We do want to do one for that. And that definitely has to be Sarah. Brian said, I have done the 4 pieces of ribbon per layer gift bow on 5 ornaments so far. I might have to try the 3 pieces of ribbon per layer bows if I start running low on ribbon. That sounds pretty, Brian. So you've got some floofy bows going on. That's awesome. Oh, that's so pretty. It's amazing what the bow does, isn't it? Sarah said, I don't know for sure, but I have done the diamond star before. Maybe a nice, easy 6 segment to start so that we can show off some pretty fabrics. Yeah, that's a good idea, Sarah. And you can get more and more complicated as you go. Start with something simple so that it's not overwhelming. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Robin said, that's what I like about this Uber. Uber? I think that was a typo. You can make the ornaments with so many fabric combinations, and each is so unique. I agree. This club, Robin meant. Robbie said, I vote for the 6 segment one. Patty said, okay, I did get a couple of the 8-line uneven balls. Those are really, I think they're really pretty. I don't have that ornament up here I would show you, but you guys will see it in the email on Friday, the one I was just talking about that Olivia did on the uneven line, and it's very pretty. Kennedy said, I love extra fluffy bows. Brian said, my wife likes the gift bows too. So now let's do, I need to do the embellishments and a hanger. We're going to go with the gold. We're going to go with the trusty gold metallic string for the hanger. Patty said, that's great, Sarah. Thanks. Nancy said, I did a kimikomi. How did it come out, Nancy? It can be a thing when you're first learning. So we totally understand if it was challenging. Nancy said on a disc. Ooh, so you added a little extra challenge. That's pretty. I like that. I like that. Okay, so I don't want to use up all of these. They are the precious. We're going to set these aside. I'm going to use, just for putting the rest of these on, I'm just going to use some regular gold beads. I need to replenish these. I need to go get some more out of the shop. Catherine said, can we buy the gold and silver string that you use for hangers at your store? You know what? Kate, those are actually from May Arts, and did I put a link to that below? I can't remember if there was a link to that below, but I can grab you that link really quick. We don't sell it, but I can give you the link to where you can get it. All right, here you go. So it's May Arts, and these rolls last a long time. So even though like you're getting a lot for this, for that price that they had listed, which is a lot. Okay, so it's $31.98 from what I'm seeing here, but this is going to last you like a million years. Oh, you're welcome, Kate. Let me back up because I missed a few. Robbie said, yeah, I'm probably going to mess up. I feel like when you do the kimikomi in the first few times, you just have to give yourself some grace and just know that it might be a little bit messy. But it does get easier. Hi, CJ. Nancy T said it was cute. Once I got going and over the fear, it was fine to do. Okay, awesome. That's good to know. Tammy said, I've done the 6-line ball and the 8-line swirls. I need to try an 8 uneven line. My star will never see the light of day again. The diamond star is there's more tiny little pieces. So that is definitely a more advanced, one. Everybody's saying hi, CJ. CJ said, hey there, Christy and Robbie and Debbie. How late am I? CJ, you're pretty late, but we're glad you're here. We're almost done. Let me get a hold of this. Tammy said, hey, CJ, I have your fabric cut. I just needed to get it to the post office. So this doesn't show up as much on the gold center, but it still does look pretty. It adds a little glint. It definitely stands out more on the white center. I'm kind of wondering about maybe just doing some gold beads, although I don't want to overpower the sequin. So I'll try a couple and see what it looks like. I'm thinking maybe out here. Robbie said, for a very important date. Yep. Carol said, very beautiful. The center embellishment is perfect. Thanks, Carol. CJ said, Tammy, please take your time. Oh, Tammy said the star was the second Kimmy Comey I tried. Yeah, that is, you were being ambitious. We're going to have to watch Sarah do one to get us all motivated. Christy said, CJ, you should get the package from me today. CJ, it's going to be Christmas at your house. Yep, Tammy said, CJ, you made it for the bling, though. I'm kind of undecided if I like the gold beads. I mean, I like them, but I don't know if I like it better with them, because I kind of liked this being the focal point. I guess it still is, but the gold beads definitely detract from it a tiny bit. CJ said, what time did you start today? I think I started about 4:30 or so. I was a little earlier. Robbie said, I'll have to watch that one. Yeah, we'll all have to watch that one, Robbie. Becky said, I ordered a bundle. Awesome, Becky. Thank you. There might not be any left. CJ said, I had a bad day, not feeling that wonderful, having heart issues. CJ, I'm so sorry to hear that. Robbie also is sorry to hear that. Hey, Jerry. Jerry said, hi, girls and guys. Have been off for a while, asking prayers for my husband. Jerry, we will all definitely send prayers for your husband. I hope everything is okay. CJ said, I knew I smelled some sparkles. That's exactly what drew you in, CJ. Brian said, I also make the Japanese tamari balls. I bought some colorful metallic thread that is too big for the tamari, but they make perfect quilted ball hangers. So I attempted to do that once, Brian, and I couldn't get through it. How difficult is it? I don't really think I gave it enough of a try. They are so pretty, but they also look so difficult. Sylvia said, beautiful as usual. Thanks, Sylvia. Kate said, prayers, CJ, for better health. And Debbie said, CJ will keep you in my prayers. 4:30, Robin said, is when I started. Thanks, Robbie. Tammy said, I like the beads. They're different from the center, so I don't think they detract. What do you guys think? Do you like the beads? Beads or no beads? That is the question. I actually think it needs it over here. I think we need it over here. This side, I'm undecided. I should have started on this side. But because this kind of blends a little more in the middle, into that gold, I feel like the gold beads here are going to look good. I could be wrong. We will find out. CJ said, please do. I'll take all the prayers I can get. Cynthia said, I got my Sleeping Fox fabric bundle today with the red and brown velvet noses for reindeer ornaments. That's the one I keep forgetting about or blocking out. I need to do one of those on a live. Patty said, we'll pray, Jerry. Christina said, I ordered a bunch of crystal beads and a grab bundle. That's awesome, Christina. You guys, thank you so much for the orders. We appreciate you so much. CJ said prayers for hubby. And Robbie said we will pray for sure. Patty said praying for all who could use the prayer. Yeah, on this side, I like the gold beads a lot. We've got, Beth said the beads look good. CJ said, I think they point to the center. Robin said, yes, beads. Yes, beads. Peggy said, you need the extra something something. Christy said, maybe red beads on the side with the white center. I didn't see your comment in time. That could have worked too, I think. That could have worked too. Okay, it looks like we have a general consensus that the beads is a good thing. Kat said, I like the beads. Nancy said beads. Robbie said the white side needs beads for sure. I think it's bringing out the gold dots because they're a little bit light. They're hard to see. Nancy V said, oop, jumped on me. 1 second, let me back up. Nancy V said, are the gold beads pearls or more like glass beads? They're a metal. I think they're brass is what these are. These are from Fire Mountain. And I believe they're little brass beads. Okay. Very different. I'm undecided about which one I like better. I think I'm leaning towards this side, and it might be that you can see that center embellishment a little bit more, but they're both really pretty. There are prayers going up right now. Phil said beads, love them. Debbie said beads. Carol said beads. I missed CJ's comment back there. The mail hasn't ran yet, CJ said. I will definitely let you know when it comes. Oh, and Robin said prayers for your husband, Jerry. Nancy said praying for everyone who needs it. CJ said this side, they look lost. What about red beads? Which side? Because I'm past that now, and I did not see your comment in time. Somebody else said red beads too. I think Tammy did. Jerry said, I would love to buy some of those gold pins. Are they available? We were just having a conversation about the gold pins, Jerry. So mine are from Cartwright's, but apparently you can get them on Wawak, although I was not able to find that link. Tammy said, I was thinking about the red center hole rhinestones, but I think they would detract from the center. Yeah, that's maybe though. They might look good too. I think red would look good on this side over the white because I think that they would stand out. But I do like the gold too. So on this side, I feel like they would blend probably into the gold a little bit too much. Debbie said prayers for Jerry's husband too. Oh, you're welcome, Nancy V. Patty said beads look good. Tony gave a thumbs up. Thanks, Tony. Christina said very pretty. I like the white star center side the best. So this side. Bye, Terry. Hope to see you again soon, Terry. And I hope you're feeling better. Yes, Debbie said, we have quite a prayer chain going on the OGs. That's right. Sarah said, Jerry, this is the best link that we've got for the gold pins right now. You'll want the 3/4 inch ones. Thank you, Sarah, for posting that. Tony said, I like the beads. Oh, CJ said the one you're on, the white side. So this side. Yeah, I agree that if you were going to do red, that would be the place to put them. Brian said you need a lot of patience for Tamari. And am I saying that right, by the way? Is it Tamari? Tamari is like a type of like soy sauce, right? It has taken me anywhere from 4 to 26 hours to make one, and I'm still a novice at it. I make mine smaller so that they can sit on our knick-knack shelf. That's incredible. Kate said prayers for Jerry's husband. And Brian said beads look good. And for, oh, okay, that was the same comment. Brian said also prayers for Jerry's husband. Tammy said, trying to decide what colors I want to use for my practice jasmine. Well, what are the choices? We can help you decide. I would say pick some contrasting colors for your first one. And in fact, I think that's a good idea when you're practicing pretty much any pattern. If you're just doing it as a practice, pick something highly contrasting. Even more so than what you like, pick the contrast, because you'll be able to like learn the pattern and see the difference in the layers a lot easier. And jasmine's a busy pattern, so that'll help, I think, picking something that you can really differentiate the colors. You guys, thanks for all your feedback today on this ornament. And for any of you OG team members that are still hanging around, thanks for joining in. It was fun. Tomorrow I'll come back. I was thinking tomorrow that we're gonna do a St. Patty's angel. I don't have a kit for it, but I do have some squares, some scraps that Tammy gave me left over from our Lucky Star pattern last month. So I'm thinking, since tomorrow is St. Patty's, right? Yeah, it is. I'm thinking an angel. So we'll do that for fun. And, oh, yes, Kenny said, happy to be here. Becky said, night, y'all. CJ said, sorry I was late, and thank you for all the well wishes. No need to be sorry, CJ. We'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Carol said, the gold and the red combo was very pretty. Always reminds me of a Chinese restaurant. It does have that look, doesn't it? I also think that like this shade of gold, this like really elegant gold, is probably lending itself to that look as well. And yeah, now I'm hungry too. Thanks, Carol. CJ said, have a wonderful evening. You guys too. I look forward to talking with you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, and I hope you have a good rest of your night. Happy ornamenting, guys.